Well, I think to sum it up, it's an opportunity missed. That's the way we would describe it. And so, from that point of view, you're very disappointed. I think we didn't reach the heights that we've done in other games tonight. We didn't start particularly well. We had a couple of close things early in the game from set pieces that we felt just a wee flick and we've scored from it. And I don't know whether that kind of kidded us a wee bit as well. But as I say, I felt that they were far better than they showed over there, and they've proved that. I think they were in good nick, and you know, they had a game plan that getting the goal supported that, and they got a great lift from it. We obviously then get rocked a wee bit by that, and we didn't really get going at all. And I don't mean just in terms of passing. I felt we were standing off them and giving them a wee bit too much room. I mean, they had one or two quick players, to be fair, but you know, around about the goal, we started to get a bit closer, winning possession in the middle of the pitch, which is something we've done well. And so you're feeling at that point at half time that you know, we'll get 45 minutes. We should be able to do it. And to be fair, it's a learning experience for them. But we get anxious and we lose our shape a wee bit, and that results in them scoring a terrific goal, which again, you know, knocks the stuffing out you a wee bit. But to be fair, we responded very well and scored a terrific goal with Lee Griffiths. And we felt at that time that, you know, the 10 men, they're all back in their own half of the pitch, so when you break it down, it's really no that different from what you would be confronted with 11. They just didn't have anybody up the pitch, and that didn't help us either, because they got in between us and they broke, as I say, with pace, and we had to deal with one or two anxious moments with the likes of Tam Scobie and Paul Coots, you know, getting caught almost in the last line and having to fall on the ball and end up handling it. So, you know, I think that displayed the anxiety that was through our playing in the second half. Saying that, we've had a couple of chances, and Stephen's goal obviously was onside, so that's a bit of disappointment and a bad break for us. But Azerbaijanis worked really hard and showed enough, I think, tonight, allied to us not quite getting to the levels that we're capable of, that, you know, we can't complain too much. And I think breaking the game up, they did that pretty well in the last quarter of the game. That makes it really difficult for you to get any sort of rhythm to your play. But, you know, we should be in a position that we don't get ourselves into that position. But as I say, it was anxious, and it was going to take a wee break to get the winning goal, and we didn't quite get it.
How much was a complacency I think from tonight's stuff?
No, it's no complacency in any shape or form. It's we spent a lot of time talking to them about that and reinforcing the things that work for us, and one of them is outworking the opposition and, you know, displaying that pressing ability, and that was disappointing that we didn't get to that sort of level. I mean, as I say, I think they were in pretty good shape. They were sharp. They showed that they could pass the ball. So, you know, it wasn't as straightforward as maybe it would have appeared by winning 4-0 over there. And I think, as I say, over the piece, their freshness and running power was always a threat. So we weren't able to really settle in the game. We always felt we were a wee bit vulnerable. No, I don't think so. No, I think the way it's set up, if you'd said that at the beginning of the campaign, you know, that Azerbaijan, Albania, we've taken 10 points out of 12, you know, that's a pretty good return. As I say, just the way it panned out, resulting in tonight's game, that it becomes a missed opportunity. But, you know, we've beaten Belarus, we've lost to Austria when we felt we should have maybe won the game. So it's all to play for. I think a win tonight would have put us in a really good position, but we would still have had to, you know, still a bit to do to qualify. There's no doubt about that. I think we would certainly had to win one of the games. So I think that will remain the case. We have to see how Austria-Belarus turns out, and then, as I say, we go to Belarus, and we've shown we're capable of competing. A different type of game, and as somebody pointed out, it's lessons learned in terms of what the levels we have to reach in terms of starting games properly. So we need to make sure we keep that in mind when we go into those games.
Just to clarify things, you've seen McGinn's replay and
he was onside. Yeah. I mean, I think I would say, if not quite a yard, no far off that. He was clearly onside, but you had Lee Griffiths coming back out and another player, and maybe that's confused the linesman a wee bit. So I think with the offside law as it is just now, that's something that can happen. So just unfortunate that he didn't quite see Stephen come in a wee bit later, because obviously he finished it well. So just disappointing. Okay, no bother.